So in last session, I cover all those things like what kind of operation we can perform, like logging information into web application, then making calculation. Then we can perform like if else conditions. Then if we want to copy and paste some information, like I want to copy some file from one folder and paste into another folder. So kind of operation we can do that. If we want to copy some information like a text or some value, we can, whatever the operation we manually do, we can perform using RPA bots. Okay, so I'm covering this part very shortly because there are very few people who joined my last session. So I covered all these things in my last session. Okay, but for the new people, I will just cover this in 5-10 minutes. Okay, so what are the benefits or features of RPA? Like increase degree of flexibility. We are getting a flexibility with the RPA. So um, if we are automating our task, and so any person don't want to spend that time on the repetitive task or boring stuff, so we are getting flexibility with that. Okay, then we can schedule that program at any time like a 24/7. If I'm writing some logic, creating some bots and scheduling at midnight or 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., so it will execute automatically. Okay, enhance scalability of solution. So we can when we use multiple application to do a multiple task. Okay, so we can automate multiple application and we can complete task one by one. Okay, so that's a scalable application. So I will explain one of the big process which I developed for Maersk Global Services. So it's one of the big shipping and logistics company in the world. So we can say it's a top, I think, first or second in the world. So you can say that they have business around 100 plus countries, and we develop a process where there is like that, that's like a one ship is moving from one location to another. So they travel in 30 days or in 10 days or 20 days. So single ship may contain 500 container. Okay, 500 to 15,000. So whatever the container we see, like there are number of containers. You hope you saw that in on the road, that there are some big container with a Mercs, there is separate symbol, that star, blue star. So that Merck Global Services, uh, they ship their container from one location to another location. Okay, so they need to maintain information about that container, what kind of goods they are moving from one location to another. Okay, so sometimes there are some we can say some uh, our regular stuff or stuff we need to some of those products are dangerous good like a poison or some chemical. So those kind of information we need to maintain in some application. It may be a ERP application like a SAP, Oracle application, some web application, Salesforce application. So maintaining that information and performing some operation, like if they are moving. So suppose there is port in Chennai, and that specific container going from Chennai to like Beijing in China. Okay, and they need to discharge that container at China port. Okay, so in that port they need to discharge in specific time like a 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. Okay, so if they want to discharge that container, it will take around 1 hour. Okay, and that ship need to pay some amount to use that port for 1 hour. Okay, like that port like for 5 to 6 p.m. is booked. If you are spending more than that, so that ship may need to fine like a $50,000 or $60,000, because goods are more valuable than the like if they are paying a $50,000 to spend or use only 1 hour. Okay, so you can consider that what kind of goods they are moving from one location to another location. Okay, so very big cost used by that port. In a different country there are different costing, but it's very huge amount in that duration. Okay, So that's very high value processes, means high value transaction they perform. And with the help of automation, we can perform the task based on the timing. Like it should be accurate. Accuracy is more in that situation. Okay, so that's the improved levels of agility. Sorry, I heard some noise. Anyone has any question? Okay, so it's history of automation anywhere, like who founded that. So they in 2003, Mihir Shukla, Ankur Kothari, Niti Mehta, and Rishabh Parmani. So they initially started automation anywhere. So that's, you can see the founding years 2003 to 2014. Okay, so initially when they established that, so they were working on the different different technology. Even that time name was a different. They were working on the web application, desktop application. But from 2006 or 2007, they started developing their own products for the automation purpose. So even before automation anywhere or 2014 or 2010, people were using QTP for the automation testing. Selenium before, people are using for the testing purpose. But there are multiple companies, they were working on such kind of tool where they can automate business process, where they don't need a separate person to perform those kind of tasks. Okay, so that's why you can see that founding years 2003 to 2014. Okay, because in that span they develop their product, like automation anywhere, they develop their own product where they use the Microsoft .NET technology to design their product. Okay, rapid growth and expansion. You can see that 2015 to 2018, automation in your experience, rapid growth fueled by increasing demand for automation solutions across various industries. So their initial client in banking domain, as I discussed about the Maersk Global Services, is one of the top shipping company. So when I started working with Maersk Global Services in 2016 2017, that time Maersk Global was one of the uh, big client for them, around like a 500 plus license they were using to automate the process, run the process. So same like there are ANZ, one of the bank, then Robert Bosch, that one of the big client for them. So those clients, you can see here that they are saying that it's rapidly growing, increasing demand and automation solution, because most of the few big um, organization they covered automation anywhere got opportunity to work with some big clients, including, even you can saw that UBS is one of the big banking organization, then ANZ also one of the bank, then Maersk is in shipping. Okay, so these all introduction of enterprise grade solutions. So they launched their next version, automation anywhere A360, in 2019. Okay, so they launched their A2019 version with the Java based application. Okay, innovation and AI generation 21 on in and present. So automation in your continue to innovate with the artificial intelligence features and machine learning capabilities, and still they are working on this phase. Then market leadership and recognition throughout its journey. So I will explain this leadership chart. So in detail, I will explain all this information. Then future outlook, like what exactly automation anywhere is planning to cover the market and come with the different technology and different feature. Okay, this features and RPA tool, what kind of feature they have, client server architecture, analytics, like they in client server architecture means they have server at different location, and they have multiple clients means you develop your logic on a single machine, and that particular code will run on another machine. So there is a client server kind of application. So I will explain this thing in our next session. Then what about analytics, like they analytics means they have their one page where you can see that how much time bot is taking to complete the task. So that analytics kind of feature they provide with this service. So uh, as a developer, you can understand, you can go to the logs, you can visit there, you can check. But as a business point of view, the higher management, they want to check what is the success ratio. Like if they are investing some money, correct? Like they are investing around like 100K dollar per year on this RPA infrastructure or RPA team, and they want to check what is the success ratio. Like they expect that around 90 or 95 success ratio should be there. So they go through these analytics graphs like a bar chart or pie graph. So based on that, they can understand success and failure ratio. Okay, and that kind of feature Automation Anywhere provide with their Automation Anywhere system. Okay, scheduling is a simple, like we can schedule the bot at any time 24/7 as per the user requirement. So that's one of the good feature with the Automation Anywhere or any RPA tool. Scalable, easy to scale the bots at any time as per the requirement. So what I like with the Automation Anywhere, because uh, they provide some programming support or basic coding, like C programming. We have standard scripting with Automation Anywhere, which is important to scale our application. Okay, so that scalability feature is I like with the Automation Anywhere. Even if you want to use a different programming language like a Java or .NET, so we can directly use include that components or that logic with the Automation Anywhere. Security, like direct feature to save credential and user related information on the server. So sometimes what happened that customer is not ready to share their production details, like production username or password. So at the time of development, they are ready to share their development credential, but in real environment, they are not ready to share because it's some valuable or important information. So user means with the help of business user, we can save the credential at server side, and it's not visible to the developer. Okay, but our bot will automatically extract that information from server and perform the task. Like it will extract username, password, and enter into the website. So we will cover this in detail in our sessions as a point of security, what kind of security we have with Automation Anywhere. Even there are if we want to if user is requesting to encrypt some file or decrypt some file, so we have number of methods or commands provided by Automation Anywhere for encryption decryption. So like we can use the advanced encryption standard. Okay, so those kind of algorithm uh, logic is already provided by the Automation Anywhere. So version control. So version control is a very important part, because in initial level we develop our bot, and we deploy that bot into the production environment. But once it deployed, there might be some problem or there might be some issue. So we need to fix that issue and deploy that logic once again. So it create a version. Okay, like version 1, then 1.1, 1.2. So that kind of version we need to maintain. It might possible that with the new logic it may impact on our old logic. So this kind of version control is automatically maintained by the Automation Anywhere itself. Okay, then architecture of Automation Anywhere, like I explained in previous thing, like that's a control room. So this is a server application and bot creator where we write the logic, and bot runner where we run the bot. So bot creator and bot runner are the uh, client machine or client server, we can say, and control room is a server. Okay, server application. So in server application, we can display the dashboard, as I said, that like um, if we are running bots on any machine, so how exactly we are utilizing this machine, like we are using 4 hour or 8 hour on daily basis, then it we log that information. if we are logging into this machine, so this information is also logged into this control room. So log means log in, log out, then we are running the bot on this machine. So all kind of information will be logged here. So activity, workload, wall scheduling are the different information we can use at control room. We can see at control room. So workload management, what you can say, I just explained that security credential. So we can save that information into the vault. Scheduling, like for the scheduling bot, we can schedule the bot from the control room itself. So there is one web application for the control room. So I can log in into the control room server application and I can schedule the bot on any of the runner machine. Okay. So I will cover this, what is a bot creator or what is a bot runner uh, in detail. Okay. Kumar, I think you need to just mute yourself. Okay, so these are the top RPA tool in the market, like Automation Anywhere, UiPath, Power Automate, MuleSoft, ServiceNow, WorkFusion, NewGen, Blue Prism. So, so these are the top RPA tools in the market. Even you can see SAP Intelligent Robotic Process Automation. So SAP, they use their own RPA tool or RPA logic inside that ERP system or inside their SAP technology. Even I saw one message in one of our group, like what is the IRPA, or anyone is aware about the IRPA. So IRPA means a SAP Intelligent Robotic Process Automation. Okay, so they have their own system where they can we can easily automate SAP application with this intelligent robotic process automation or IRPA. Okay, so IRPA is provided by the SAP itself. So right now in the market, most of the top ERP application, they are providing their own feature or own RPS system with their application, like a Salesforce is providing. Even if you are using Oracle EBS, so Oracle is one of the big product in the market here in the ERP system. So they are providing their own feature to automate the business processes. So business processes like a finance processes, then in finance processes they have their different information in finance domain, like AP related, then AR related information. So those kind of processes uh, we can easily automate with their own application. So they have their front end application, like Oracle have their web application, desktop application. SAP, they use their old desktop application, then their new website, or we can say cloud-based feature. So with the help of this IRPA, we can easily automate those kind of application because we are getting direct access to their backend. Okay, so I will cover this session in detail. What kind of when we are discussing about the type of automation. So I will explain all those things. Okay, so Microsoft Power Automate. So it's one of the top RPA tool in the market right now, and I will cover detailed information about this in next few minutes. Okay, now, okay, so this is the so this slide I covered in my last session. So today I will focus on our syllabus. So what are the things we are covering in our upcoming session, like chapter where we are covering basic of RPA. So like automation history, I think already I explained with the automation history. Then introduction to RPA, types of automation and RPA and emerging ecosystem, process suitable for RPA, how we can identify that these processes are suitable for the RPA. So process suitable for RPA is one of the big topic So before that, I will start with the automation anywhere, like to understand the uh, automation anywhere, like either what kind of process we can automate with the automation anywhere. So automatically you will understand what we can do with this. Okay. Then providers of RP and industry of RP. So already I think in slide I explained about these RPA tool, like automation anywhere, UiPath, Power Automate, NewGen, RPN, IBM, 9Tech, ServiceNow. So ServiceNow, um, I think our most of the participant are working in the IT industry. So ServiceNow is one of the tool used by most of the organization to raise the IT ticket or manage their IT system. If any issue you are facing on your system or your machine, so you raise the ticket to IT system, like your credential is expired, like you are using one web application or SAP application, and your password is expired or your password is blocked. Or so in that situation, what you do, you send an email to the ServiceNow team or IT team, and they fix your issue. Okay, and it's a standard process. Like you send an email, you share your user ID, um, you share some specific information. So this is the same uh, information required to fix that problem. Like I'm using a SAP on regular basis. So in my organization, I have around like 100 people, and they use like they have 100 people, means they use their that SAP application. So we have 100 user, and it might possible in a month, some of them like a 20 or 30 or 40 people may get such kind of issue, like issue with the login credential or password expire or user ID is blocked. Okay, so user will raise a request. So that's a repetitive task with the same information. Okay, so we can write a logic with the help of RPA tool. So it may be automation anywhere with the help of UiPath, with the help of Power Automate, but ServiceNow, they provide their own RPA system. Okay, so they know what is the standard information is required. So this ServiceNow will automatically get that information from user and fix the issue. So to perform that task like reset, so what we do, we send an email or we call to the IT team, but with the simple application. Simple applications means simple form where like you need to enter username, your email ID, your issue, and our RPA bot or our logic will automatically reset this your ERP application, or automatically reset your credential. Okay, so we don't need a separate person to perform that task. Even he's spending 5 minutes or 10 minutes to reset your password. Okay, even that simple task we can fix with the any RPA tool. So ServiceNow, they have they get multiple ticket on a daily basis. So that's why ServiceNow, they are using their own RPA tool in the market, where IT related issue can be resolved automatically. Okay, so till now, anyone has any issue or want to ask any question? Is there any question? If you have, you can ask right now. So else then I will continue my session. Yes,
Hey,
Ahmed.
hi, Swanand. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So,
please.
as you said, like SAP has its own RPA kind of technology, right? So,
Correct,
in this case, we don't need automation anywhere.
correct,
So, okay.
correct. But each
Mhm.
feature has a different pricing. Okay, like uh, as per my knowledge, so SAP or Oracle EBS, these are the top ERP system in the market. Okay, and SAP, they have like a 200 or 500 plus module. Okay, so module like a finance department, they need a like different module. So salary module, then customer module. So each and every module we need to pay to use that specific module to save the information, correct? So with that, we have separate this RPA module. Okay. So if we are using that RPA module, then in that situation, we may need to pay for that each license. Okay. So to access or to use that RPA module, maybe we need to pay $100 per month or $200 per month. So that's a separate license cost will that business user need to pay. Okay. So in any situation, like if you are using RPA module or using automation anywhere or UiPath or Power Automate, in any situation we need to pay to the any or any customer. Like it may be a SAP, it may be automation anywhere, UiPath or Power Automate. Okay.
Yes, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Is there any other question? Okay. So I think we covered that automation history, introduction to RPA, and most important part is the types of automation and RPA. Okay, so as I explained about the automation tool like Automation Anywhere, Microsoft Power Automate or UiPath. So, okay, so I will explain about the type of automation. So, what kind of automation we have here? Okay, like front end automation. Front end automation means we have some user interface. User interface like if you are signing into any new application, so you need to enter a few information like your first name, your last name. Even if I want to apply any job, so what I need to do, I need to enter my first name, last name, my email address, then mobile number, then my education information. So these are the standard operation we need to perform to to use any standard application. So in ERP system means any big enterprise application, there are number of operation we need to pass. Like just for an example, uh, I'm working in one trucking company. Okay. So in trucking company, I transfer like move some goods or some material. Okay. So just for an example, I can say I can use some nut and bolt. Okay. So I move that you know product from one location to another location. Okay. So in that situation, I need to maintain information. What kind of what are the size? What are the size of that nut and bolt? How many it may be a weight or it may a number of nut and bolt. I'm moving from one location, then destination related information, then size related information, then what are the price, what are the like in as a financial point of view, we need to say like is there any uh, like we can say discount we are giving to that customer. So this detailed information we need to save in that application. Okay. And that's our business. Okay. There are many standard manufacturing organizations, they mostly used to go with the SAP or Oracle EBS or some standard ERP application. Okay, so hope you heard about that MIDC industrial area. Okay, so in that area, there might be some standard manufacturing companies. They manufacture their simple product, a single product. Okay, and that product cost may be very 1 rupees or 2 rupees, but to sell that product or transport that product, they need to they need to maintain that information in their application. Okay, so to maintain that information, they have their own uh, you know uh, a separate employee who handles that task to enter information into the website or ERP system. Okay. So to handle that operation means to enter that information, name of the product, then there might be some text box, drop down, some buttons. So that user need to perform the task manually. Okay. So if it's small scale industry, see, one user or two user are enough. But if there is a big industry, so there might be a 10, 20, 40 people are work on such kind of task. Okay. So those are the repetitive tasks. On the daily basis, they need to do those tasks. Okay, so on daily basis, they perform that kind of task uh, in their organization. Okay, so that's a repetitive task. So even that user is not learning something from using that task or performing that task. Okay, so that kind of important or basics, you can say basic task, we can automate with the RPA tool. Okay, so that's the UI automation. Means with the front end, our bot will enter the name, enter whatever the value. So that's the front end automation. Then there is another type like a back end automation. So back end automation means uh, when user want to send some information or save information into the database. Okay, so API, I'm not sure how many of you heard about the API. Okay, so API is like it's kind of interface where we can directly pass that value from the backend. Okay, so we don't need to enter value into the any user interface. Okay, but we send that information to we save that information into the database. Okay, so that's a backend automation. Okay, like simple, you are developing any simple application with the help of .NET, with the help of any .NET, Java, PHP, Python, any programming language. It may be a desktop application or web application. Okay, so whatever the text box button you use to enter the information, but once you click on the button, you save that information into the database. Okay, but in UI automation, you need to enter that information, but in backend automation, you will pass some variable to the function. Okay, and it automatically save into the database. Okay, so just for an example, hope you heard about the ClickBuzz or any mobile applications. So most of the mobile application, they prefer to use a API kind of feature, because that a single application you can use at multiple times. That single API feature or single database you can use at a different location, like a website, into the desktop application, into the mobile application or tab level application. So that's a single feature, but you want to display onto the different device. Okay, even you check like a Google. So in Google, you want to check the score. Okay, so so you can directly call that API and you can display that value like a score, the team score, like India or whatever the team is there. So we can display that values onto our web application. Okay, now native action, like a native actions means specialized action that target specific business applications. Okay, specialized action that target specific business applications. So there are few features I've just explained about the IRPA. So IRPAs or that SAP RPA, they provide feature where we can easily automate their internal part. Okay, with the Salesforce too, we have some automation, and it very helpful to perform few tasks in the Salesforce itself. Okay, so that's the native actions. Okay, so that a specialized action we can perform only in the Salesforce. Okay, to just for an example, what we can do, there is some user is entering some values like a 400 or 500. Okay, so I'm entering 500 into the Salesforce application, and in the behind the scene I wrote some logic. If amount is greater than 400, then I need to fill that information into the different database, or I want to display that value into the some suspicious activity. So that kind of actions or logic we can write into that Salesforce automation task. Okay, so that's a specialized action that targets specific business applications. Okay, and intelligent automation. So what is the intelligent automation? When we use any algorithm with the AI ML features, artificial artificial intelligence or machine learning. Even IQbot is one of the feature provided by Automation Anywhere. So each technology they provide their own feature. Like Microsoft, they provide AI Builder to read values from the PDF file or from the image, or if they want to understand some language and convert them into specific meaning, like a sentiment analysis, like negative sentiment, positive sentiment. So that kind of they do with the AI Builder, with the IQ bot. So that kind of intelligent automation uh, they use with the automation. Okay, so I will explain one of the scenario for intelligent automation. Correct. So I was working with one of the US based client, and someone raising some tickets. Like there are different user in the global, okay, and they have that customer at global level, okay. So any person can raise a request that they are facing issue with their product, okay. So that product is like a one of the metal bottle. Metal bottle means that's cost around 8,000, 9,000. So that one of the big product in the market. I'm not sure that. Hope you heard about the Stanley. uh, so Stanley, they have their product like goods, like you can, I will show you that, so it will help you to understand. Correct. Stanley tumbler. Now you can see this is one of the big product, and now you can see the cost of this tumbler or Stanley tumbler, then the Stanley bottle. Okay, now you can see this is bottle, thermos, vacuum flask, kitchen storage. Okay, now you can see like let me show you and the detailed information and feature of this bottle. Okay, and this organization, this Stanley bottle, they provide like a lifetime warranty for their product. Okay, with the 9,000, you will pay 9,000 for this bottle. So it will keep their I whatever the water or in cold or whatever, so for 12 hour to 36 hours. Okay, and they maintain their standard, and they are providing like a lifetime warranty. Okay, so when I say lifetime warranty means any person can raise ticket at any location and can ask to replacement. So it may be any replacement, maybe there are different spring or whatever the um, whatever the. Okay, so I'm explaining one of the business requirement here, so you will understand what kind of requirement in the business. So I work on one of this requirement. So now you can see this is an insulated cup, and it can keep hot or cold 32 hours or ice 160 hours. Okay, now it's the warranty is lifetime warranty. Okay, now any issue with this handle or bottle cup or anything, you can raise request to replace. So at initial level there are few conditions, like if you are raising first 3 times, so first time they will replace without any question. You just need to send this bottle to them and they will send new. So that kind of warranty they have. And in that situation, what kind of automation is required? So what is the user information, what is his email ID, what is contact number? So we will check that same product is registered for that user in our database. So Oracle, so they use the Oracle EBS at a backend, and they were maintaining that information into the Oracle database. Okay, so but as the RPA developer, we wrote some logic where they can. So if anyone raising that request, so we will cross check with our database. This user is genuine, so it may be their mail ID based on their contact number. If user is verified, then what we are doing, we are sending request um, to the company, like please approve this request and process their order, so they can dispatch their order, and they can request that user to send their product. Okay, so that kind of automation is there, but there is one important problem we face with that request. Like there is one description part, like what kind of issue we are facing, okay, or what kind of issue that user is facing. Like if he's facing that issue with this handle, okay, so in description he may write anything, okay, in 100 line or 50 line, or so in 15 word or 100 word or 200 word. But as a automation part, we need to understand what is the exact issue, okay, and that issue we need to convert into the problem, maybe handle problem or any like any any flask issue, okay, um, any cup issue or vacuum related challenges, or if any problem is he's facing with the vacuum spring. So that kind of problem we need to identify from the 200 words, and then send the bottle to him based on the that description. That one of the challenge we face, and for that we use some machine learning logic to convert that description into some to understand that what exactly problem is there, and requesting raise to the manufacturing team or product team who can dispatch their product. Okay, so in that situation we can use AIML kind of feature, where we need uh, advanced automation to understand the problem and automate that part. Okay, so that's the intelligent automation we can use with the any RPA tool. So I implemented this logic with the help of automation anywhere. Even we can do that with the Microsoft Power Automate. As I said, they are providing AI builder to convert that description into sentiment analysis. Okay, to map that sentiment analysis with the any product part. So kind of logic we can implement to process that request with the help of automation. So as I said, that standing customer, okay, about this project. So they were getting around like 2 to 300 emails, or 2 to 3,000 email on daily basis. So globally, 2 to 3,000 people raising issue on the daily basis. So it's around like they are approximately they were getting around 20 to 30,000 requests on monthly basis. And with the help of automation, we need to process those requests, correct? So that one of the big tasks I have worked, and I know that how we solve that kind of issue, what kind of front end, like what kind of issue, what kind of other changes we requested to customer, and automated that process for them. Okay. Uh, so is there any question here? Anyone? So I just want interactive session. I hope anyone is facing any challenge to understand the real time requirement, or how exactly automation work, what kind of thing we can do. So as I said, that customer using processing to 2,000 to 4,000 requests on a daily basis. So you can see that how many um, team or member people or we need to use to process 2 to 4,000 requests on a daily basis. So there are, I think, 30 to 40 people. They were working on that same task, where they're getting some requests. So like there are Stanley website. In that Stanley website, one person is raising request. So single person need to request respond to that request and resolve their issue. Okay, so initially what we target, like out of that 2 to 4,000, our target to handle 50% request with the automation. So with that automation, if we are solving 50% issue with the help of automation, it will automatically uh, you know help them to process their task uh, with accuracy, with 100% response. Okay, as I said, that the first 3 times they're fixing issue, and with the warranty they're providing product replacement. Okay, so they are directly replacing. So what we are doing, we are validating this is his first request, his second request, or his third request. Okay, so that kind of issue we are handling with the automation anywhere, and we help them to resolve that first 50% request on daily basis. So around, out of 2 to 3,000, we are resolving 1,500, 1,600, up to 2,000 requests on daily basis. Okay, so up to 40, 50 people, we reduce their team up to 20%. Okay, so that manual task we reduce up to 50%. So that one of the good thing we can uh, you know we can solve with that automation anywhere or any ERP tool. Okay, so providers of RPA and industry of RPA, I think types of RPA, RPA and emerging ecosystem. So RPA and emerging ecosystem. So I already explained about this RPA tool. So currently, initially I explained about my experience with the automation anywhere and Microsoft Power Automate. Okay, so in Microsoft Power Automate, we have two different modules. Like, let me add a new slide here. So just for an example, we have this Microsoft Power Automate. Okay, and Microsoft Power Automate, they provide two different feature. Okay, so two different feature means, like, they provide a Power Automate desktop, and they have another module, Power Automate, or you can they say Cloud Flow. Okay, so Power Automate desktop and Cloud Flow both are part of Microsoft Power Automate. Okay, both are part of automation, correct? But for the Power Automate desktop, so why they created a separate Power Automate desktop? So in Power Automate desktop, they use for the front end automation. Front end automation means where in UI user entered information, like to fill some information. What we do, we enter first name, last name. So same RPA, they use a Power Automate desktop to perform that task. Okay, but with the Cloud Flow, we can means automation, that Microsoft Power Automate, they provide some connector means direct logic, where we can pass that value and it will automatically push that information to the application, like a SharePoint. So in SharePoint, if you want to upload any file, so in Cloudflow, I just want to pass that value, and it automatically it will upload that file into SharePoint. Okay, so Cloudflow is support to the API. So there are different connectors, connector feature or API related feature, uh, like Microsoft Power Automate support. So they provide, I think, 500 plus custom 500 plus connector. Okay, so they provide some default connector, and if you want to use some API feature, okay, and it's not supported by Power Automate or Power Automate Cloud Flow, so in that situation, you can write a separate logic with the help of programming, with the help of some API details, and you can use that API to perform that task. So we can for using that logic, we can automatically perform that task with the Power Automate Cloud Flow. So people, so mostly we use that custom connector feature here. Okay, so with the Microsoft Power Automate, there are different features provided by Microsoft Power Automate, like a Power Apps, then Power BI. Uh, so Power Apps is used for the front end application. Power BI used to display like a chart, bar graph, pie chart. So that kind of feature is provided by the Power Automate, correct? So with the Automation Anywhere, we have direct chart kind of features provided by Automation Anywhere itself. But with the Power Automate, you may need to go with the different feature like a Power BI. Okay, so Power BI we use here to display that information like success ratio, failure ratio, how many record we process, what are the issue. So that kind of graph we can provide with the Power BI. Okay. Now, as I explained here, we are using a separate tool, Power BI, to for the business intelligence, or you can say that. Let me show you here. I think I explain correct here. Analytics. Okay. To display the analytics, what we are doing, we are using internal feature with the Automation Anywhere, but with the Power Automate, we need to use a Power BI to display that charts, success ratio, failure ratio, is there any ratio, or there are number of value or input we can provide to the Power BI or business analytics with the Power Automate. Okay, so that one of the good feature we can use the Microsoft Power Automate. So here automation history we covered, introduction of RPA, types of automation and RPA emerging ecosystem. Okay, so emerging ecosystem, then suitable processes suitable for RPA. So processes suitable for RPA is one of the big topic, and I will cover this maybe in next. It I will take a little bit time to cover this process suitable for RPA, because first of all, there are maybe there are few people they are not aware about the RPA technology or what are the processes. If anyone is new to the IT industry, I'm not sure that they are aware about the processes. What is the process? What is the task? Like why we use a task, the task word, why we use some action word. So that detailed information I will explain. What is the meaning of process? What is the meaning of task? There are a few new feature, like hope you heard about that process mining or task mining. So identify tasks to for the automation. So right now most of the organization they are using standard process, like they are visiting each department, they are checking if there are some repetitive tasks, and then they are automating the processes. But with the process mining, or like there are some task mining feature. So the task mining feature means automatically our software will identify this process is suitable for the RPA, correct? But that kind of thing we can do with the process mining tool or task mining tool. But I will cover this point in a different session where I will show some example with the Microsoft process mining tool they use to identify the product, that identify the process to automate. There are few feature provided by the Automation Anywhere. I will cover that how exactly they use that tool to identify process for the automation. And now providers of RPA. So most of the RPA tool I think I have display here, and I think except this. Okay, so is there any question uh, till now? Anyone want to understand what is RPA? What kind of application we can automate?
No, Swanand, I'm good with it.
Uh, Pranjal, okay, Pranjal. Pushpalata, do you have any question?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay, hope you understood each and everything. I think I covered number of things, and there are few things I explained on the real time scenario, like this. This Stanley, one of the client, and it's one of the big client. where that requirement is one of the challenging because global customer, and that requirement was very challenging, like to understand the user description, whatever the describing, and we were converting the description into specific meaningless value, like what kind of problem they are facing with the help of automation, correct? So initially we filter, we got around like a 5 or 10,000 emails. Based on that, we created a different parameters to understand what kind of request we will get from the user. If any time we are not able to understand the request in that, we are pushing that request to process to manual. Okay, like then if the description is something new, or like some random guy uh, just sending not sending a proper information. Okay, so in that situation we are forwarding that request to the our different team who is performing that operation, or they are processing that request. Okay, so even as I had explained that warranty, like lifetime warranty. So even in that warranty, I saw some some policy with that Stanley. Like if I'm using this bottle, okay, and that there was some warranty feature or warranty kind of warranty provided by Stanley. Like if I'm using this bottle, okay, and right now I'm working, I keep this bottle with my laptop, okay, and accidentally the water from this bottle spill on my laptop and my laptop is damaged. Okay, so even in that situation, Stanley can refund or whatever the issue I'm facing, or whatever the challenges or whatever the cost is there with that laptop issue. So Stanley was paying that amount, like my motherboard is corrupted due to this spill water with this Stanley bottle. So that kind of warranty support provided by that client. Okay, so many warranty clauses and feature we need to go through that and automate that process for the customer. Okay, now you can see that this is the, if anyone is requesting for this specific part, this replacement feature in warranty. So dispatching and all those process requests we were doing with the help of automation. Okay, guys, any question? I was hoping that anyone respond here or ask some question. Uh, it should be an interactive session. I know sometime some maybe some uh, like few people are new to this IT industry and they want to understand the RPA. But if you have any kind of question, you can ask into the RPA group. Um, I'm part of that RPA group. You can specifically ask question to me and I will help you to understand. Um, I will share my number so you can easily ask any question in uh, on WhatsApp group, or you can contact me. So I will help you to uh, I will help you to resolve your issue. So that's the best. If I can, what I will do, I will just copy here. So you can save my contact number, and if you have any question about the RPA automation anywhere, RPA technology, or if you want to understand about the course or what other things we are covering here, what other technology point of view you want to understand, so I can help you with that. So you can reach me out on WhatsApp group, or even you can ping me personally or message me personally. Okay, that's it for today. Anyone, any question?
No, Swanand, I'm good with it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Pranjal. Manoj, do you have any question for me?
No, Swanand.
Okay, then. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone. You can ping me personally and keep in touch. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
all.
much. Swanand.
Yeah, thank you
Bye-bye.
all.